Hello and welcome to Parliament Weekly, your home for the biggest, juicy, and most important news out of the Nigerian Parliament every week. I am Sharon Ebwesomi. The Senate has appointed Senator Oyelola Yisa Ashiru, representing Kwara South, and Senator Nweboni Peter Onyeka, representing Ebonyi North, as the new deputy leader and deputy chief whip of the Senate, respectively. The change was announced by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio on Wednesday during plenary. Senator Ashiru was previously the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, but due to Senator Dave Umahi's appointment as Minister of Works by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he was picked to take over the role of Deputy Senate Leader. Dave Umahi, on the other hand, is yet to officially resign his position as a member of the Senate. Even his seat is yet to be declared vacant by the Senate President because this is supposed to be a tradition. The Senate went into a closed-door session for about 30 minutes as the Chief Whip, Senator Ali Ndume, angrily stormed out during plenary. Come closer, let me give you the full gist. Ndume raised a point of order, citing Order 54 of the Senate rule while drawing the attention of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. He went on to caution Akpabio on the manner he handles affairs in the Red Chamber, which according to him was against the rules. Akpabio immediately interjected and ruled him out of order on the grounds that he was referring to a wrong order. Omo, next thing wey we see na Ndume begin pack im kaya come dey boil. Na so e comot for chamber dey go straight to im office. This, my brothers and sisters, is what led to the emergency closed-door session.
SP and distinguished colleagues, we're just starting the session, and as we go, we should be taking note of the small mistakes that we can make, and we should correct them. The issue of saying that you have ruled, if the ruling is wrong, even the Supreme Court, when it passes judgment,
Distinguished Chief Whip, Chief Whip, your observation is noted. Senator Kawu, go ahead and move your motion.
Mind you, this issue has been going on since last week after Ndume slammed Akpabio for approving the passage of some executive bills without seeking the input of his colleagues. He even told Akpabio that history will judge him. Is there something more that they are not telling us? Because even Ndume self refused to speak to journalists to tell us what exactly was going on. We must get to the bottom of this matter. Moving on, the House of Representatives has confirmed the report that the National Assembly management is in the process of purchasing 360 exotic vehicles for its members, which will be distributed to its members in the coming weeks. The spokesperson of the House of Representatives, Akin Rotimi, in a statement issued on Sunday night, said that this has been the practice in the previous assemblies. He also said that the cars allocated to the lawmakers are to aid them in discharging their functions, and that the 360 exotic vehicles will remain the property of the National Assembly for the duration of the 10th Assembly. Hey, wait, so he is trying to tell us that after each assembly, the management will collect all the cars back from them and then buy for the next lawmakers in the next assembly. Guy, now stop. This story no jig at all. E no jig. Where una dey even get this kind of money? Let's not even talk about the fact that millions of Nigerians are out there suffering. No jobs, no food to eat, poor education system, poor health facilities. In fact, the list keeps going on and on and on. And what is important to you guys is getting 360 cars for lawmakers. Kai! Nigeria really has a long way to go. Before I go on to the next stories, please do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to also like this video, comment, and share. The House of Representatives on Wednesday abruptly adjourned plenary without deliberating any of the items on the order paper. The action left journalists and staff of the chamber confused as no reason was communicated to the press, who were already sitting in the plenary to cover the day's proceedings. The Speaker of the House, Tajuddin Abbas, had walked into the chamber late at about 11:40 a.m. alongside a few lawmakers and the sergeant-at-arms who bears the mace. Shortly after leading the opening prayer and the recitation of the national pledge, he approved the vote and proceedings of Tuesday and immediately moved that the House go into an executive session. An hour and a half later, the House resumed plenary, but instead of continuing with the day's business, the leader of the House, Rep. Julius Nhobere, moved a motion for adjournment, which was seconded by the minority leader, Rep. Kingsley Chinda. Reasons were not given for the executive session and the prompt adjournment. Hey, you guys, please now stop keeping us in the dark. We need the full gist, please. Finally, the Senate has screened and confirmed the appointment of Ola Olukoyede and Muhammad Hassan Hamajoda as Chairman and Secretary of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), respectively. It also confirmed the nomination of Halima Shehu for the appointment of National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer of the National Social Investment Program. These confirmations were made at Wednesday's plenary. Now, one interesting part of this screening was when senators began to throw questions left, right, and center. Olukoyede now decided to use Akpabio as an example while he was responding. He said,
for instance, if I have the opportunity tomorrow to perhaps investigate the most distinguished president of the Senate, not even that, okay, let me use my Senator Ndume.
He didn't even finish talking when senators burst into laughter, and then Akpabio told him not to use his name as an example in the investigation of a corruption case. Hey, now, watch this.
Distinguished senators, I noticed that my brothers on this side of the aisle are very excited that they should use the Senate President as an example. The distinguished nominee, look to this side, pick anyone, Senator Alero or anyone. Even Senator Ningi was the leader. Pick any of them. Leave the Senate President for now.
Could it be that Akpabio has some cockroaches in his cupboard? Because there were reports of alleged corruption against him. Hey, it's all right.
Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mr. Olanipekun Olukoyede for appointment as Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mrs. Halima Shehu for appointment as National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer of the National Social Investment Program Agency? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Beautiful people, this is where we end this week's episode. I hope you had a great time catching up on all these interesting stories from this week's activities in the National Assembly. Don't forget to join us next week for another interesting episode. Bye for now.